everybody. The Paired Up gang is all here. We have got some amazing social media topics coming at you over the next couple of weeks. Today's is what I would consider cutting edge. It is what everyone is talking about. We're going to be talking about social media, not social media myths. Hang on a second. We're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons of AI and social media. There's your teaser. Before we get to that, I'm Kara Soule. We're going to talk with Kaylee Pear, the founder and owner of Paired Up. Okay, Kaylee, we are back on track. Let's talk.
Yeah, so we've got Valerie Johnson here with me, social media strategist with Paired Up, as well as Jenna Jenkins. I wanted to introduce, you've seen Valerie a few times, but this is the first time that you've seen Jenna. Jenna, kind of give us a quick, tell us about yourself.
All right, everyone. My name is Jenna Jenkins. I graduated from Florida Atlantic University in this past May with a multimedia studies, and I minored in digital marketing. And I was so lucky to find Kaylee and Paired Up. And now I've been working with them for a few months, and it's been great.
Yay, we're so glad to have you. And, you know, you've been with our topic that we're talking about today. You've been kind of working with us with AI generated content. And so that's kind of what we're talking about today. So, Kara, we're starting with the pros, right?
Yes, we are starting with the pros. If anyone's ever used StreamYard before, you've got all these graphics you can load in. So I think I've got them all in the right order now. But we are going to start with pros for AI because I think everyone thinks there's only pros. So we're going to get to the cons next, but let's hit some of the highlights first. I'm going to pop this up for you. So kicking it off right now with the pros of AI and social media. First off, though, I do want to say, can you explain to people what folks would be using AI and social media for, like why that would even be a thing?
Well, it really helps, you know, there's a lot of different things it helps with, but with AI, you know, when you're trying to, you know, with social media and marketing on social media being so important, you know, pumping out engaging and compelling captions, it can be, and blogs and everything you need to be able to put out the information can take a very, very long time and can get very overwhelming. So with AI in regards to social media, it really helps with kind of coming up with some of those ideas and can cut down creation time by half or even, you know, even more than that. And, you know, both Jenna and Valerie can attest to the fact that they will cheer for it because, you know, it's not that it's making your job easier. It's just helping sometimes with that creative roadblock. I mean, Jenna, Valerie, you know, chime in here. I mean, the quick turnaround with making content is huge with AI.
Yeah, I think also like writing captions, you can get very repetitive of yourself. You can say the same things over and over again. And the good thing about Jasper is that it basically, you put in a piece of like a caption and then it'll shoot out like 3 different captions that you can use. And while you're doing that, it's understanding more and more about your brand. So if you favorite that caption that you like, then they'll put that in the back burner and be like, okay, she liked that. Let's produce more content or more captions just like that.
Well, it's interesting because I know we jumped to Jasper real quick, but Kaylee, mention Jasper for people who aren't familiar with it and why you decided to invest in it.
Yeah, so there's several different AI programs out there right now that you can test and kind of play with. And we, you know, Jenna, Valerie, myself, you know, we've played with a couple of different ones, and we decided that Jasper is a program that does AI for, you know, several different, you know, Google ads, you know, it helps with blogs, it helps with marketing materials, it helps with video descriptions, it helps with titles and SEO. And we just really liked the way it was set up and the way that the workflow worked. So that's just one program that you can choose. There's many out there, but Jasper is the one that my company works with.
Okay, so going back to the pros, one of the things that I know Valerie touched on was talking about that avoiding writer's block and the quick turnaround. Let's jump into why you think it's also cost effective.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think about it, you know, it takes a human being, you know, us, whether you're good, you know, I mean, Jenna, for example, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're the one that told me this. So Jenna is amazing at editing and the creation and all of that. The caption writing is something she struggles with a little bit more. And as a business owner, if you're running your own social media, that might be you, right, Jenna?
Yes.
Talk about how it's, you know, this has helped you to be a little bit faster. So it's cost effective because you can get more done. And if you're a business owner, you can get done with less people, you know?
I feel like you spend most of your time editing the content and then you're boom, ready to post. But then you're like, oh, wait, what are we going to caption this? And then what's awesome about Jasper and I'm sure many other ones as well, is that it's so intricate. So you can go in, whether you're doing a YouTube video, a TikTok, Instagram, or you can even just do a content improver. So you type in what you think would be a good caption. And obviously, I struggle sometimes with copywriting. So I type in what I think would be a good caption, and it fixes it for me and makes it a little more interesting. And it fixes a lot of grammatical errors as well. So that makes it easier when I'm done editing everything. I can go in there, put in my ideas, and then it basically just improves my ideas, which makes things way simpler.
Yeah, so you can get a lot done in a quicker period of time. And then you also, as a business owner, let's say you're not, using a social media marketing company like us, and you're trying to do it all by yourselves. This helps you to not have to hire, several different people to cover this job or your marketing job. For small businesses, this is a huge deal that can really help you, but you got to be careful. And we'll talk about that coming up.
What about better SEO?
Yeah. So what this pulls from, so AI pulls from, Google articles, other posts, and again, that will come in later with some cons, but so it can help spit out SEO, friendly words within your captions or video titles. It helps you to kind of formulate that with one click of a button. So you're spending less time, and you're also getting a better organic SEO boost because of the wording and the way that AI works. It really pulls from Google, and there comes pros and cons with that, but it really helps with SEO and getting your content or your website or whatever platform you're on pushed to the top just based by using their generated content.
Okay, so one last look at the pros. Now let's go to cons. So I pulled this one up here, and the first one, let's talk about inconsistent content quality.
Yeah. So here's the thing, if you're just going to rely solely on doing AI content and, pushing the button and just copy paste and moving it over, you're going to have some issues because there's, we use it on a daily basis, and I have to, nowadays I'm going through, 5 or 6 of these suggested captions before I even put together one. And I'm finding myself kind of taking ideas from each one because the quality, as you continue to use it and use it and use it, kind of goes down, I feel like, because it's kind of recycling. So yes, it learns you, and that's great. And, it'll start to, kind of formulate your captions and your content in a way that is in your wording. But the more you use it, the less it has to pull from, which means the content isn't as high quality as what it could be. So my suggestion, and I don't know, Valerie and Jenna, you can kind of give yours as well, is to take their ideas and maybe pull from different ones and make a really awesome caption or blog post or, description based out of several different ideas.
Yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. We use that for ads wise. We'll use it for primary text, and they'll shoot out a huge list of different captions and whatnot, like 3 different ones. And then I'll like the first sentence, love the first sentence, but the rest of it doesn't make sense. So I would suggest definitely pulling like sentences from different captions and then making it your own.
All right. So the next con I'm going to pull up here. Let's go with plagiarism concerns.
Oh, yeah. So Valerie, Jenna, and I were actually just talking about this because I've noticed a lot lately that when I, push, get me the content, I read it and I think this came from somebody's exact. You can tell when there's a post that sounds like somebody else and sounds like it came right off of another Facebook post. So again, you can't just use these and it has to be human vetted. You have to read them. You have to make sure that it sounds like you. Because again, just like we preach, use AI as an asset. Don't replace. Okay. So that's a big thing because you want to stay true to your brand and you want to stay true to your voice. And if you continue to kind of go down the rabbit hole of AI and completely use it, and you're going to lose your brand and your voice. So again, use as an asset. Don't rely too heavily on it.
So you mentioned human vetting. The last one here for cons, Google devalues AI. Because it kind of sounds like it goes against what we were talking about SEO. So can you explain that?
Yeah. So, I mean, okay, again, relying heavily on AI and only AI is a very dangerous road to go down. Okay. It's good to get SEO content with AI and Jasper or whatever program you use. But again, it's just like, okay, in weather, for example, when we would do severe, in television, when we would get photos in from tornadoes or different severe weather, and it's a photo from 2006 and it's been used before and they're trying to pass it off as a photo from, today. That happens a lot. So you would put that photo into Google search and do a reverse image search. So then you can find where that is. Okay. That's essentially what Google's doing with your content that you're getting off of AI. So that's where you can run into trouble if you're solely just using them constantly for everything. Then you're going to run into some issues where Google's going to say, alert, alert, this isn't real. This is false stuff. And then you're going to start to, be punished for that. So again, use as an asset.
All right. So as we wrap up pros and cons of AI, is there anything anybody else wants to say before we jump off? I mean, we could get into the weeds on this, but we're keeping it high level today.
I think we're good. What do you guys think?
Good. I think we're good. I think we nailed it.
Okay. I want to pop this up here because Kaylee's got a new headshot.
Thank you. Yeah, I got new headshots. We're working on some new branding as well. So even as a company that does social media, you got to constantly be looking to improve. And so we're excited about it and have some new exciting stuff in store with our website coming up in the next few months. You're going to want to look for that. Make sure to go to pairedupsocial.com. We can help you with any, information. We can train you. We can give you some tips on what to do, as well as actually take over your monthly social media marketing and also your social media advertising. So you can get all of that information and contact us at pairedupsocial.com.
All right. Yeah, you can see. Can you see the new logo right there? I put right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, that was a lot of fun. I'll see you on the next social media chat. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.